Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the Virtual Real Estate Team in Oklahoma City, and we are active in both the Oklahoma City and Tulsa markets, our two major markets. But, things have been very, very difficult, as I've talked about in the last few videos, in the first quarter of 2022, and getting a decent amount of new construction on the market. The market is flying at this point. Developers are not keeping up, but we have another problem that I alluded to in a previous video about the real estate market, which is a shortage of materials, price increases in materials, a shortage of labor, cities that are overwhelmed, both in the residential and the commercial area in terms of permits, in terms of inspections. Things are a little bit difficult, and some of the cities are getting very, very difficult to deal with. They don't want inexpensive, affordable housing, and that's very, very important to you as an investor, but to people in general, that they can afford to buy a home instead of paying more money for rent. And so this is the current situation that we're in, because as I said before, there was a time where houses could be built. I've seen them in 4 months, but 5 to 6 months for us was a very normal build time. Now it's 10 months to 12 months. And actually, where we used to put things under contract, even maybe thinking it's going to take a year to build, but we were confident in what was going on and what the cost of the property was going to be at the end of that time, that can't happen anymore. Builders are taking their homes off the market if they're not, say, for instance, up to the sheetrock phase, because they're so scared they may lose money, because sometimes these prices really do spike up. And with a labor shortage, that's a very, very difficult thing to do in terms of dealing with and getting things done in a timely fashion. And so now we're talking about the actual construction from the time that they start with the dirt to end is never 6 months anymore. It's typically 10 months in order to get it completed. And then getting the city to approve of things before you even start in the permitting process has just been nuts. We've seen construction delayed 6 months right now. And that's why I'm talking about a year and a half. So for instance, we were selling a lot of duplexes. We were about to put quads on the market, and I've talked about them here. But now we're taking them off the market. Now I have a meeting coming up here towards the end of March where I'm going to deal with a builder and find out really what our timetable is. But the cities have so delayed their ability to even get started that we're looking now where we thought, well, maybe we'll have some things done in the first quarter of 2023 on some of these things. Now we're looking at the third quarter of 2023. So if you're going to be in Oklahoma buying investment property, just understand that we're not going out of the dirt phase anymore. We're really delaying what we have to offer, but remember what the silver lining is at this point. Interest rates are very, very volatile. In fact, they're volatile on the upside. Right now, we're at about 1 3/8 points up on investor loans from December. The Fed is meeting this month. The problem with Ukraine is causing more inflation. It's actually now measured at 7.9%. This may put another spike in interest rates where maybe it's now 1.5% more. So the good news is that these rates are going to fluctuate. And if we're in the sheetrock phase, we have a better idea about when the construction can be done, because normally it's 90 days or less at that point, which allows you to get into that interest lock phase, which is so important to you, which is normally about a 60-day period from the time that you close. So bad news, good news, it's both there. I hope this corrects itself. I hope we get inflation under control. I think we will. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to get back to normal building. But we're going to keep you informed month by month as to what's going on in the build time and what is available.